Hi everyone, we will discuss about what is the meaning of organic compounds in past and in current days and how to represent these organic compounds. The content of the chemistry is fragmented broadly into the three parts, that is organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry and physical chemistry. Now about the organic chemistry discussion we are starting. What is the meaning of organic substances? One theory it was given by the scientist Berzelius, and the name of theory is nothing but the vital force theory. It was given by the Berzelius. Okay. In 1809 it was stated. In 1815 further explanation of this theory was given. According to the vital force theory, organic substances are the substances which are obtained from the living things. Organic substances can't be synthesized in laboratory, and organic substances having the mysterious force in them. So these are the assumptions or postulates of the organic substances, which was that was given in the vital force theory of the Berzelius. Now, students, currently we have the different opinion or different that organic substances, organic compounds we took in a different sense. So after some years, in 1823, scientist Wohler synthesized organic compound in the chemical laboratory. He synthesized ammonia, NH2CO, NH2. Sorry, he synthesized the urea, and it was synthesized from the ammonium cyanate. Ammonium cyanate is NH4CNO. Okay, I hope you are getting that. Initially, according to the vital force theory, it was said organic compounds can't be synthesized in laboratory. Organic compounds should be there, obtained from the living things. Okay, plants, animals, or decays of the plants and animals. The source should be a biotic one. According to the vital force theory, source of organic compound should be biotic. But scientist Wohler synthesized the organic compound urea. We know that urine of the animals, it consists of the urea, that is organic in nature. Urea substance is organic in nature, but that urea can be synthesized in chemical laboratory. So that synthesis, artificial synthesis, was carried out by the Wohler. Another scientist, Kolbe, synthesized the acetic acid in the chemical laboratory, which is also organic compound. Then one more scientist, Berthelot, synthesized the methane, CH4, which is also organic in nature. Means what? Organic compounds. See, this is the revolutionary thing in the chemistry, that natural molecules, we can mimic the natural molecules in chemical laboratory. So because of this, in last 2 centuries, the revolution occurs in the human life as well as in the field of chemistry by default. Because around us many substances are there, artificial dyes, pharmaceutical products, plastic, rubber, thermocol, and different materials. And new materials are get synthesized, but natural molecules also we can mimic. Okay, organic substances that also can be produced artificially. So this is about the vital force theory. Does vital force theory exist? Is it true? No, it doesn't exist. We are not saying that only the things which are obtained from the living or biotic source, these are only organic. No. Okay. Another definition is given. Very commonly we say that substances or compounds containing carbon are the organic substances. It is almost correct, but not absolute one. The absolute definition of organic substances is hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons and their derivatives are called as the organic compounds, and study of the hydrocarbons and their derivatives is nothing but that is carried out in the organic chemistry. Okay, what are the hydrocarbons? Hydrocarbons are nothing but the compounds of carbon and hydrogen. Okay, and derivative means what? That in that hydrocarbon, that one or few hydrogens are get replaced by the heteroatoms. Okay, so that is the derivative. Say for example, here I am showing ethane, and in case of ethane, 2 carbon and 6 hydrogen atoms are there. If one of the hydrogen is get replaced by the either chlorine, bromine, OH or CHO group, so we call it as a derivative of the hydrocarbon. Are you understanding? One of the hydrogen, here there is a hydrogen, but we can replace it by the chlorine, so it is a derivative of that hydrocarbon. So such a compounds are the organic compounds. So let's proceed how to represent the organic compounds. Next heading is that representation of organic compounds. So there are the different ways to represent the organic compounds. In briefly I'll tell. First one, molecular formula. Okay, molecular formula. So molecular formula, it tells about all the atoms. Okay, say for example C2H5OH, molecular formula of the ethanol or ethyl alcohol. So it indicates all atoms. It indicates the number of atoms also. By seeing the molecular formula, can we tell how many carbon are here? Yes, 2 carbon atoms. Hydrogen 5 plus 1 6, oxygen 1. So all atoms, number of atoms, that also we can state. Beside this, what we can state? So this gives idea. Okay, qualitative, quantitative idea it gives, but it does not tell anything about the bonds. Can we say there is a bond between carbon, oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, or what type of the arrangement, sequence, connectivity? Can we tell anything about the connectivity? It does not tell about the connectivity. It does not tell about the lone pair of electrons. Are you seeing any lone pair of electrons? No. So this is about the molecular formula. Okay. For example, propane. Propane what? C3H8. That is the C3H8 is the molecular formula. Okay. In this way we can represent. Number of atoms we are getting 3 carbon, 8 hydrogen, but we are not getting bonds and connectivity and lone pairs where they are. So that is about the molecular formula representation. Okay, I'll proceed now. After the molecular formula, the next one is organic compounds can be represented by using the Lewis structure. According to the Lewis, that valence shell electron should be denoted as a dot. For example, sodium having 1 valence electron. Okay, 2 8 1 electronic configuration. 1 dot means what? That is the representation of the sodium. Na 1 dot means valence electron is denoted. This is about the metals we know. Now organic compounds, Lewis structure. I'll give the example of the ethanol and one more compound, ethanol. So ethanol C2H5OH, 2 carbon atom. Valency of carbon is how much? The valency of carbon is 4. Around the carbon 4 chemical bonds we have to show. So here this is about the Lewis structure. In the Lewis structure, which information we are getting? In the Lewis structure we are getting all atoms, they are shown. Then number of atoms, of course, in all cases these 2 points will be common. Okay, now second point we are learning how to represent the organic compound by the Lewis structure. All atoms, in the Lewis structure we are getting all atoms, number of atoms. Then here we are getting the connectivity also. This is very important. Now we came to know this first carbon connected to the another one carbon, next carbon is, that second carbon is connected to the oxygen, this oxygen is connected to the hydrogen. Okay, and beside that we are getting the information of lone pair of electron. Over the heteroatom oxygen, here there is a presence of 2 lone pairs of electrons are there. Okay, how you know? Oxygen atomic number 8, electronic configuration 2 6, oxygen having 6 electron in the valence shell. Out of the 6 electron, 2 are involved in a bond formation, that's why two lone pair of electrons are there. So this is about the Lewis structure. Okay, one may show instead of this chemical bond, one may show here also dots. Doesn't matter, it is also correct everywhere. Instead of single line, you may show the two electrons. Single bond means two electrons. But generally we prefer to show here bonds, and here in organic compound active sites are here na, in most of the cases heteroatom, functional group. So that's why this is about the Lewis structure representation. Third important type of representation of organic compound, that is condensed formula. Okay, let's see. Condensed formula. Condensed formula, in brief, in narrow way, that formula is to be denoted C2H5OH. Okay, so is CH3 CH2OH. This is the condensed formula. We know that one carbon is connected to the another, second carbon is connected to the oxygen, and around them certain number of hydrogen atoms are there. That connectivity in narrow form, it is given. Which feature should I tell? All atoms are denoted in the condensed formula. Number of atoms also we can predict, that is 2 carbon and 6 hydrogen, 1 oxygen, by seeing the formula. Connectivity information we are getting. Bonds are not shown. Okay, you are getting here, bonds are not shown. Even lone pair of electron is also not shown. Okay, it depends. It's not a hard and fast rule. One may show as per the need of reaction mechanism, one may show. But generally lone pair of electrons are not shown. Okay. Another example, say for example, propanoic acid, CH3, CH2, COOH. This is the propanoic acid. 3 carbon atom, 1, 2, 3. First carbon around it 3 hydrogen. Second carbon around it 2 hydrogen. And last carbon atom, that is COOH group. Okay, that is of the COOH group. So that is condensed formula, which is very important. Then after the condensed formula, next one is partially condensed formula. Partially condensed formula. Okay, let me make the lecture little colorful. So partially condensed formula of the ethanol, how can I write? We know that C2H5OH, these 2 carbon atom, and each carbon atom, its valency should be fulfilled, satisfied. So this is the partially condensed, sorry, here it's a Lewis I draw, but condensed means CH3 CH2OH, partially condensed formula. Condensed formula, what is its characteristic? All atoms are shown, number of atoms we can predict. The characteristic is that some bonds are shown, some bonds, and lone pair of electron is shown here. Lone pair electrons. In the Lewis structure, the number of bonds, as maximum as possible bonds were shown in Lewis structure. But here in the partially condensed formula, what? Few bonds, some bonds. Okay, one may write this also, CH3. Okay, I can write here this CH3 CH2O CH2OH. So this is also the same one. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's not hard and fast. You should understand which formula is this. This is partially condensed formula. This is also partially condensed formula of the same compound. Okay, some bonds are shown. You may show connectivity between 2 carbon atoms, or you may not show. By default it is there. But around the heteroatom, the bonds are shown. Lone pair is also shown. This is partially condensed formula. And the most important one is, that is nothing but the bond line structure. Fifth one, bond line structure. BLS, bond line structure. How to write this? We came to know this is C2H5OH, that is molecular formula. CH3CH2OH, that is partially condensed formula, that is ethanol. How to write in the bond line structure? In the bond line structure, as we know, in between 2 carbon atoms there is a single bond. So here it is to be denoted like this. And of course, around the carbon atom 3 hydrogen atoms are present. Okay, single line means what? Here there is a carbon, and around this carbon 3 hydrogen atoms are there, even though it is not shown. Okay, it is assumed it is there. Okay, this second carbon atom is connected to the oxygen, and here there is a presence of hydrogen. This is the bond line structure for the ethanol. Are you getting, students, what it means? This first point, nothing is here, means here there is a carbon, single bond, another carbon atom, here there is oxygen, here there is a hydrogen, and we know that its valence is to be satisfied. Around the carbon by default 3 hydrogen atoms are present. This carbon, its valence is to be satisfied, that is 2 bonds are already present, 2 hydrogen atoms we have shown, and oxygen is there. So CH3CH2OH, this is the condensed formula of the that CH3CH2OH, that is ethanol. I'll give one more example. See, condensed formula, sorry, A and here B, bond line structure of the acetic acid we have to draw. What is chemical formula? CH3COOH is the chemical formula of the acetic acid. How it is, how these atoms are get distributed? Carbon, first carbon, around it there are the 3 hydrogen atoms, am I correct? Then second carbon atom and COOH group, carboxylic acid group, it is like this, C double bond O, O and H. So this is the expanded formula that I showed. Okay, if you show here dots, so it becomes the Lewis structure, molecular formula Lewis structure. Why I am showing? Because there should be a connectivity. Those which know how to draw in 1 minute, they can draw. Okay, for them I am not explaining, but those which don't know and want to know sequentially, for them I am explaining. See, in acetic acid, here there is a carbon, first carbon, as I told, in between 2 carbon atom, single bond, this single bond I am showing here. Then here there is a double bond between carbon and oxygen, single bond between carbon and oxygen, and here there is a hydrogen. So this is the bond line structure of the acetic acid, CH3COOH. Okay, so like that many bond line structures you will see in your notes, in the different textbooks, different books. Okay, thank you, bye.